plug me in?
Tell me what I gotta do to make you feel okay. Tell me what I gotta do to make you wanna stay. Tell me what I gotta do so you don't feel away. I only give it up, I don't wanna lay. Please tell me that fee, cause I don't wanna pay. For sure, I can tell in the way that you're watching me that you probably got something to say. Okay, by the way.
Hello and welcome to our coverage of the WNBA on 2K Sports. We'll watch the Washington Mystics in this one as they go up against the Las Vegas Aces. I'm Blake Suniga, and with me at the broadcast table are Tim Swartz and Brian Banafitemi. Knowing how confident these teams are behind the arc, I bet the three ball will be flying in this one.
And when that's the case, it really comes down to which team is making them, not just taking them.
Yeah, and they'll both be making them, I think, at a steady clip. These players shoot it so freely because they've got the green light.
Go. So Las Vegas will get the first possession. Now here is Goddess. On the wing, Neko Ogwumike. Goddess. Shot clock at 5. To the paint. Here's Wilson. Great pass to set up the land.
Breathing life into the league since the day she was drafted. Wilson brings passion and intensity every night.
Now here's Deladon. Pass to Edwards. Inside. Skylar Diggins-Smith grabs the miss. Now here is Goddess. Guarded by Young. A nice shot by Wilson.
I'd say you're fooling yourself if you think Wilson's afraid of a little contact, because she'll go up against anybody.
Pass to McCowan. Now here's Deladon. Here's Young. Las Vegas grabs the miss.
That's a surprise. Out of character for her to miss those when the D's not right in her face.
Goddess. Guarded by Young. Goddess with the ball. And the officials will call the illegal screen here.
Well, I just think an illegal screen, it's one of the toughest calls for an official to make.
Yeah, you have to appreciate how difficult a job they have to do when it comes to making calls like that. It's not as easy as people might think.
And the refs in this league just do a great job.
Well, the Mystics joined the WNBA in year 2 of the league back in 1998, and they won their first title in 2019.
It took a long time, but it was well worth the wait, beating the Sun in a thrilling 5-game finals. That 2019 team setting a WNBA record with a 115 offensive rating. They went 26-8 in the regular season. When you think about the all-time teams in the history of this league, 2019 Washington, they're in the conversation.
Now here is Goddess. Pass to Dolson. Three-pointer. Off to a good start as she hits her first shot.
Is there a better shooting player at 6'5" in the WNBA? Dolson about 40% for her career beyond the arc.
A rebound by Goddess. Here's Las Vegas. To the middle. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
4 makes on 4 shots. Everything has fallen for them early.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Now Deladon. Clock at 6. touch off the glass.
Just so effective down low. Deladon's combination of touch and size from this area is lethal.
And here's Goddess. Green Neko Gumake drains the three-pointer.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic, and it's a big part of why they've been able to get good looks.
Absolutely. The defense unable to react quickly enough to deal with their passing.
Here's Ipupa. Looking for her first basket still in this one. Pass to Young. Here's the floater, and she lays it up and in.
Fantastic touch by Young.
And it's the Aces with the ball. Here's Ogumake. Capitalizes off the crossover.
Now that's a killer crossover. The defender got totally shook up by that move.
Washington trailing. Now here's Deladon. Outside Young. Tries the spin move. Back to Deladon. Edwards shoots over Wilson. Edwards misses.
Not sure what the D was doing there. She's not the player to give open looks to, but they got away with it that time.
Goddess with the ball. Dolson with the screen. Bynum. And the Aces, another three.
The D has gotten a little lax defending the three-point shot at that end.
Yeah, 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed coming from beyond the arc.
Here's Ipupa. Deladon outside. Fires for 3. It's hauled in by the Aces.
Well, she wanted to return the favor there for that last 3, but it just wasn't in the cards.
Down low. Here's Wilson. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
Yeah, they've got themselves in front right now with some outstanding shooting right off the bat. You like to see that aggression early on.
It's been just an absolute clinic at that end of the floor. They're filling it up.
Now here's Young. To end the run. The Mystics again can't hit.
Yeah, she's been off her game this quarter. Just hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go down.
Goddess, no good.
Can't get a much better look than that.
Yeah, no way you expect her to miss that shot.
Now McCowan. Over Dolson. McCowan with the bucket.
Well, when 6'7" McCowan gets that ball in the paint, it is too late already defensively.
And it's the Aces with the ball. 11-point game. And here's Goddess. Drills the three-pointer.
You like to see it. She's been working really hard to get good looks, and it's paying off here early.
Here's Young. Off target at the rim.
Yeah, I think she has been way off the mark this quarter. It is getting rough.
Here's Goddess. She has 6. And again, it's Las Vegas.
What a start they've gotten off to. A big lead for them, and we're still in the first quarter.
And it hasn't been just about their scoring, Tim. They're playing tremendous defense, too.
Well, Brian, you got to give it up for the coach as well. This game plan has been perfect.
Now here is McCowan. Back to Young. Ipupa. Pass to McCowan. Outside Young. That's good, and it's Tierra McCowan with the assist.
Well, usually she's providing the pass. Young has to be happy to be on the receiving end of a catch and shoot. More than willing to fire.
And Jackie Young went first overall back in 2019, and her transition to the W probably wasn't as smooth as she would have liked.
Yeah, had some ups and downs the first 3 years, but year 4, 2022, Young put it all together, an all-star and most improved player, a big part of that 2022 and 23 Aces title runs.
Here's Deladon. It's hauled in by the Aces. Outside, Diggin Smith. Now here's Goddess. 8 points for her. Gumute outside. Nailed from three-point land.
Yeah, they're allowing a sky-high field goal percentage. This just isn't going to cut it if they want a chance at winning this game.
Not at all. You rarely see a team surrender points this easily. I mean, effort-wise, execution-wise, something. They've got to do better.
Pass to Deladon. Now Young. This one for three. Rebound by Goddess.
The shot just not dropping for her today.
Here's Diggins-Smith. Goddess with the ball. To the inside. And Wilson gets it to go.
Well, they can't ask much more of her than what she's done this quarter.
And Washington has possession. Shot to stop the run. Miss number 6 for her. She's made 2 of her 8 attempts. Pass to Goddess. Back to Diggins-Smith. Goddess with the ball. 5 to shoot. From outside the arc. And the Aces, another 3.
She has been unconscious this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
They've been looking out of sorts here in the last few possessions.
This is when they need to be patient and find a high percentage shot.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Young. Missed inside. Now the Aces with it. Here's Wilson. Again, Las Vegas.
And as they continue to dominate, you wonder just how much higher this lead might get.
And it really could get out of hand because their defense has been just as excellent as their offense.
Great overall game. It's a pleasure to watch her work at that end of the floor.
That will count. Drilled it right as the clock hit all 0.
What a clutch shot. She's got nerves of steel.
Well, you've got to have some nerve to hit a shot like that at the buzzer.
And the buzzer sounds to end the first, and we've got a blowout underway here. Aces ahead, opening a huge gap. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter 2. Welcome back. It's been all one-way traffic through the first as the second quarter gets underway. And a comfortable margin for the Aces here, guys.
This team's on the same page. They're right where they need to be on offense.
Yeah, they're on the same page, the same chapter, whatever you want to call it. And they're hitting their scorers right when they need to, making scoring just easy for them.
And looking at Shakira Austin, she finished second in Rookie of the Year voting back in 2022.
And we talk about immediate impact. She had a double-double in her second career game. Austin plays like the 6'5" center she is. Excellent around the rim, rebounds, doesn't venture too much in the perimeter.
The first free throw is good.
And we're close to the final stretch of the season here. What have you guys thought of this season so far?
Well, it's been great. I feel like this league just gets better and better every year, and we've all enjoyed it.
No doubt each rookie class seems to be bigger, more skilled, longer. The overall talent pool in the W continues to get deeper.
Now here is Goddess. Launches a 3. It's good as 5 others before it were. He's now shooting 6 for 7.
That's a weapon they've been allowed to use at will today, and they're doing some damage.
Yeah, the D's struggling to take that away from them.
Norris. Austin. She hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Muscling her way in for the board. Austin using her instincts.
Pass to Zawi B. Goddess. And here's Bonner. 6 on the shot clock. Goddess.
And it's Edwards with the foul. That's her first foul.
Substitution for the Mystics. Number 2, Olivia Ipupa.
Just over a minute has passed here in the second quarter. Down low, Zowie B. Good for the basket, starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Another pass put right into the shooter's pocket for a terrific assist. You know, they've done a lot of that today.
And, you know, it's something we haven't seen much at the opposite end of the court.
Norris.
That one's in, coming off an assist from Aaliyah Edwards.
And as we see Edwards continue to improve her game, I think passing becomes a major point of emphasis going forward.
Bonner outside. Pass to Goddess. To the middle. Here's Reese. Makes it off the glass.
And Reese is such a smart offensive player. She has a great understanding for when and how to attack inside.
Here's Ipupa.
She hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Takes the 13-footer. That misses off the backboard. And here are the Aces now. To the paint. Out of bounds. It'll be Mystics ball.
Mystics ball.
And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in this second quarter. Norris. Bonner defending. Here's Austin. Amanda Zawibi with the defensive effort. Now the Aces with it. Reese.
She's covered by Edwards.
Reese gets the bucket.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Everybody always thinks it's passing that gets you assists, but also their movement off the ball, it's created those opportunities.
And another miss by Washington. Bonner left side. Now Goddess.
16 points for her. Heidemann.
Good on the triple.
She's been able to find her open teammate every trip down the floor.
I mean, it sure has seemed like it, right? I mean, great day passing the rock for her.
And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter play.
Well, we can all agree on this. There is nothing quite like summer hoops in Vegas, as long as the AC is pumping.
Yeah, I mean, it was, 110, 115, you get up there, but you got the 2K Summer League going on, the men's national team normally playing games, having a camp, tons of elite high school events, and of course, Aces season in full swing.
Now here's Bonner. She's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Mystics making a switch here.
Here's Ipupa.
Pass to McCowan. They need this. A rebound by Goddess. Inside. Here's Bonner. And the Aces tack on 2 more.
And you have to give DeWanda Bonner a ton of credit for continuing to fight. Brushes off the defense and gets the job done.
Here's Ipupa. She's guarded by Samuelson. Edwards up top.
To the paint. Shot clock at 6. And the shot goes in.
Oh, man. She is so good at making those lead passes.
And here's Goddess. She's got 16. Cannon. Off the mark there with the 3.
Hard to figure out why she didn't bury that one. Not a defender near her.
Pass to Ipupa.
Here's McCowan.
Ipupa.
Norris. And a miss there on the triple. To the left wing. Here's Cannon. And again, it's Las Vegas.
They fixed the full court man-to-man.
Going with the most grueling kind of D possible. They're looking to make something happen here, and I like it.
Pass to Edwards.
Here's Ipupa.
Norris. Bonner defending. It's hauled in by Reese. And it's the Aces with the ball. To the middle. Here's Samuelson. And she banks in the layup.
And as she's gotten older, Samuelson's made a point to bring the ball inside more, not just chuck up jumpers.
Here's Ipupa. Quiet so far offensively, searching for first points of the game. Pass to McCowan. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Edwards. The Mystics again can't hit. And the Aces with possession. Shot's good by Samuelson.
Well, we've seen that more than a few times. Easy bucket in the paint.
The interior defense at that end has been lifeless, to say the least.
Here's Ipupa. Norris. And another miss by Washington. And it's the Aces with the ball. Pass to Gaddis. To the inside. Reese lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Every pass is with purpose, and their last 10 points have come off of assists. Great team basketball on display right now.
Yep, that one goes. Now Cannon. Pass to Gaddis. Outside Reese. And she's good on the 3 ball.
Unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and she's heating up.
And they've been looking at a sink offensively.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Down low. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Over to the left wing. And the Aces, another 3.
This is an absolute monster performance from her. She is just torching them from behind the arc.
Norris. Bonner defending. To the middle. And stolen by DeWanna Bonner. And now the Aces on the break. Here's Cannon. Banked in off the glass.
Quick hands in the steal, quick feet on the break.
And that's a silly error there. Coughing the ball up and then not being quick enough to get back on defense.
It's just giving them free points.
They're really on back foot at this point.
Yeah, at both ends of the floor. Things are just not going their way.
Edwards with the screen. To the inside. Poked loose.
An efficient player, Aaliyah Edwards, plays within herself, takes what she gets, doesn't try to do too much out of her skill set.
And when Aaliyah Edwards is on the floor, it's easy to see the presence she has in the post.
She has great touch close to the basket as a very efficient scorer. And she's also very athletic. She's a big who can get up the court in a hurry.
And she's good on the second.
Even though they're trailing, I love the job they've been doing getting to the free throw line and trying to get some easy points.
You know, they should stay aggressive, and they have been, not settling.
Now here's Young. McCowan. Over Sykes. And it's good off the back rim and in. And it's the Aces with the ball. Now here is Gaddis. She's got 19. Back to Sykes. 6 to shoot. Knocks down the 3 ball.
I mean, come on. You can't allow clean looks from deep like that. Hard to win games that way.
Yeah, most teams will take you to the deep end and drown you with triples if you let them. And that's what's going on here.
Young with it. 7 points in the game. Got it off in time, but it's no good. And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. The Aces on top, running away with it. And we will be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. See you in just a bit. Well, it's been a one-sided affair through the first 2 quarters, but there is plenty of time to mount a comeback. We've seen Goddess really having a great game here.
Well, in terms of her points in the first half, that's pretty much what we've come to expect.
Which tells you really all you need to know about what a strong talent she is. I mean, I'm going to bet that she adds a lot more to her totals after the break.
Here's Washington. Outside Young. Deladon. She's covered by Ogumake. The 17-footer. Las Vegas grabs the miss. To the paint. Here's Wilson. And yep, it's good.
Again and again, they're pounding the defense and creating high percentage looks from close range.
And even under pressure in tight, they've maintained their concentration and converted their opportunities.
Pass to Deladon. 18 feet away, and she knocks it down.
Just comfortable scoring everywhere on the court. Deladon showing her mid-range game.
And here's Goddess. Now Wilson. Here's Goddess. Just 5 on the clock. Ogumake outside. Lets it go. And the Aces tack on 2 more.
Zero hesitation. That's how Nneka Ogumake plays. When she gets the ball, she wants to fire.
And Washington has possession. Some tough offensive sets, and they really want to turn it around.
They got to lock in and need a basket just to regain some momentum.
Deladon. Nneka Ogumake pulls it in. And these guys have had some good motion on offense. Nice assists.
When everybody's involved offensively, it's in a way helping you defensively too.
Here's Deladon. The layup off target.
1 for 4 from the field since halftime. They're having a hard time getting it going.
Pass to Goddess. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Now Dolson. Deladon covering. Clock at 6. And here's Nneka from the arc. Oh, yes, she did. 5 up, 5 down for her so far.
They've had a solid start to the second half offensively, gotten good looks and hit 3 of 4 of them.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by in the third quarter. Pass to Young. It's hauled in by the Aces.
They've shown some strength in the paint. Their work on the boards has been phenomenal.
Yeah, and that's putting it mildly, guys. They've been absolutely dominant. Yeah, she's played an important role in her offense today, and really without her, they might not have the lead right now.
Deladon with it. Ogumake's there.
The way she's been going this quarter, they're going to need someone else to pick up the slack.
Pass to Diggins Smith. Goddess up top. The 3. And the Aces, another 3.
Well, offensively, Brian, they've been really special.
Yeah, you nailed it, Tim. No matter what the defense has thrown at them, they've just kept piling up the points.
And more points.
Now here's Deladon. Pass to Ipupa. Young. They need this. And it's Dolson with the rebound.
Really tough for this club right now, trying anything to stop the run.
And no matter what they try, it doesn't work. Gotta slow it down and just get back to the basics and the fundamentals.
Here's Goddess. 22 points for her. On the wing, Neko Ogumake. Another three for Las Vegas.
This is quite a performance we're seeing from her today. Not one miss on the day, which means that's right. She's a perfect 100% from the field.
Outside Young. Looking to get back on track. The shot's good.
Excellent use of the 15 or so footer for a point like Young. Hitting these opens up the floor.
Dolson, McCowan defending. Now Goddess. Back to Dolson. Pass to Ogumake. Goddess. Dolson sets a screen. Inside. McCowan with the rebound.
You see defenders afraid to get in her way a lot of times when she's on her way to the bucket, but not that time.
Young's shot is off. And they've been really controlling this one.
Never want to get too complacent, though.
Here's Dolson. The Mystics pull it in. And they've been struggling here offensively.
Bit of a dry spell for sure.
And good that time.
A 6-foot point guard. Jackie Young has tremendous size, and she uses it well.
Goddess, guarded by Young. Dolson in the post. McCowan's there. And it's Dolson missing. Up top, Young. Covered by Goddess. Offline from top of the key jumper. They're enjoying a commanding lead.
And you know the best part? It gives them an opportunity to give their starters a rest.
Yeah, they might not have to come back in.
What concentration from Diggin Smith. Able to take the contact and work through it.
Here's Ipupa. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for her. Back to Young. Shoots it. Another miss by Jackie Young.
The defenders cannot lose track of her because usually that shot will go down.
And guys, for A'ja Wilson, she's always a factor night in and night out.
Well, when you're a multiple-time MVP, us and the fans expect that. There's no doubt she cemented herself as one of the best players of this generation.
She might take a bunch of threes now, but at her core, Dolson is still a low-post player and beats good D down low.
Young, covered by Goddess. Yep, count it.
Superb assist. She was crafty, creative, and the ultimate teammate on that play.
Now the Aces with it. Now here is Goddess. She's got 22. Here's the three. Drains it from beyond the arc.
They come out of halftime smoking hot from beyond the arc.
Yeah, and as hot as they are from out there, there's absolutely no reason not to just keep letting them fly.
I agree, Brian. They should all have the green light.
Now here's Young. She's got 13. Pass to McCowan. The shake. Good work defensively by Stephanie Dolson. And it's the Aces with the ball. Here's Wilson.
She's covered by Edwards.
And that one's good. Wilson.
Capable of simply monster nights, Wilson is a true front court player. Does almost all of her damage close to the bucket.
Now here's Young. The rebound by Goddess. Down low. Wilson in the post.
She's covered by Edwards.
Here's Goddess. From outside, off the mark.
Very close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Not a great habit to get into, letting her get that wide open.
Dribble moves like that to show you the skill level of Deladon.
The tray. Yes, it's good. Looking quite sharp with 10 for 12 shooting tonight.
What an exhibition she's putting on today. This is about as hot as you can get.
Now here's Delle Donne. She has 6.
Jackie Young on the wing.
Rebound by the Aces. Pass to Diggins-Smith. And she drops it in from the low post.
One of the most coachable players in the league. Diggins-Smith's curiosity leads to her constant improvement.
Here's Ipupa.
She hasn't yet put up any points in this one.
McCowan with the ball.
Outside Young. Delle Donne.
Ipupa.
Guarded by Diggins-Smith. Jackie Young from outside.
One made 3 for her in this game. Does she focus closer in? We'll see.
6-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Diggins-Smith. Misses and close. Young with it. 13 points in this game.
Screen by McCowan.
And it's Jackie Young with the 3. At the end of the third quarter, a huge lead, and this one may already have been decided. Aces ahead, running away with this one. And time for a short break. Stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. And thanks again for joining us. We'll see what happens in the fourth. Teams changing it up here.
And Jackie Young came into this league as a good passer, but she's taken it to a whole nother level.
Yeah, and as her scoring continues to improve, so does her playmaking. That makes her very difficult to defend with the ball in her hands. She's already fulfilled her immense potential.
Here's Ipupa.
Delle Donne inside. She's guarded by Sykes. No good on the triple. Goddess with the ball. Now Young defending. Sykes with the bucket.
Even at 5'9", no fear from Sykes. She plays way bigger than her height. Tremendous heart.
Now Delle Donne.
And a trend over the last few years, Brian. Less players are going overseas to play during the offseason.
And that's great for the WNBA. Increased salaries have helped big time.
And with more players staying in the United States during the offseason, we don't see as many season-ending injuries that happen in the offseason away from the W.
The Mystics on offense. They really want to find that igniter here.
That's right. Their offense is ground to a standstill.
Maybe you need to suit up, Tim. They need a spark.
Here's Ipupa.
Nice spin off the left rim and in. Here's Goddess. To the paint. Here's Zawi B. Well-timed pass and goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
What an intimidating inside presence. Defenders have their hands full when Zawi B is near the rim.
Here's Ipupa.
Outside Young. Delle Donne. No good with the layup. Now here is Goddess. And out of bounds, the Mystics will take it.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
And the Aces making a change here. So it's Washington now. Young with it. Launches it. That shot off.
The defense has nothing to worry about out there with her shooting because she just can't dial it in from deep this half.
Here's McCowan. Can't hit from in close. Out to the wing. Here's Goddess. Gets it to go from downtown.
I think she owes the three-pointer dinner because it's been her best friend today, no question.
Well, it has been today anyway. I mean, look, most of her points have been courtesy of the deep ball.
Outside Young.
And I'll let you two take out your crystal balls here. What do you think is the next step for this league?
I just think everything gets bigger. We're talking ratings, attendance, interest. We're just now scratching the surface.
Absolutely, and we've seen massive growth the last few years, and to me, the WNBA, this is not where it ends up. They're just getting started, and it's going to continue every year to get bigger and bigger.
Now it's Reese.
And the Aces, another three.
And they're not finished yet. They're going to make sure about this win.
Yeah, they're not taking any chances. This is how you close a game out.
Just look how happy their coach is.
Here's Young. Let's go with a three. That shot missing. Man, they're in complete control.
Everything they're doing, it's been working out. Wow.
Reese. And the layup's good off the glass.
What a night it's been for Angel Reese. Just a consistent threat at the offensive end.
Shot clock and game clock, 1 second differential. Here's Young for Goddess. Young's shot is off.
And here's Goddess.
Pass to Heidemann. Sykes. Here's Goddess. Offline. So it's the Aces winning this one easily. They won this game going away. They were better basketball team by far.
You got to commend this sort of dominance here at home and feeling great, playing well nearly the whole game. I could feel it. This building was pumped.
And that's a wrap, everyone.